My lord, when you approach someone, you have to have a base, whether it's information from the source or a statement making certain allegations. All that I'm saying is that there was a reason for us to focus on Mr. Sibiya. So I'm
allowed someone who stated that who comes here and point out at people and saying that I saw so and so doing this and that. How is it so?
Ngiyavumelana ke nokuthi vese na inkantolo corrupt ihlangene noGininda noConcept Zungu bamfakaselanga noConcept Zungu la.
I'm also stating that this court is corrupt and is in this with Gininda.
Kungani
Why would they allow?
Sorry, are you saying this court is corrupt? Me, I'm corrupt. Because sometimes you use this word, inkantolo, or the court interchangeably. But are you saying me? I am corrupt.
Hayi angisho kuye ngisho.
Who are you referring corrupt?
Bengalazi lelo gama phela.
Mawuthi wena inkantolo ke i-corrupt nayo usho kanjani?
Cha ke hayi ngiyaxolisa ke.
No, I apologize, my lord.
Bengakwazi ke lokho bengibeka ukuthi kodwa inkantolo mayila umuntu wonke usenkantolo ngazi ngalokho. Nawe uphethe wena ke inkantolo kodwa ikhona. Manje ngiqonde
But
What does that have to do
unless
with
some
this
of us didn't understand the evidence given by Pinky Fellingham.
Maybe.
Pinky Fellingham, when he was
Maybe.
giving evidence, cell
Yes.
phone evidence,
Yes.
he used to mention that this number got in touch with this number at such and such an age, at such and such a time, and the poll which was registered is this and this poll. Is that not what was happening?
But what does that
No,
have
no,
to
just
do
wait.
with
I want
this
to-
witness?
No, no, I just want to.
No. What does that have to do with this witness?
You don't have to argue with me.
No, the court has allowed the state to
No,
get
no,
away
don't
with
argue
murder
with
on
me.
a number of
Don't
occasions.
argue with
I'm
me.
not arguing with
What
the
are you
court.
doing?
I'm not arguing
The
with
other day you
court.
pointed
No,
me like this.
No, I am saying
The
that
other
on a
day you
number of
argued
occasions
with
this
me
court has
and
allowed
pointed
the
me
state
like this.
to get away with murder.
Mr. Baloi, is that not how the evidence was adduced?
Well, indeed, my lord, and we're just merely explaining the relevance of.
Yeah, fine.
Hey, tada. We are back with another video. The page, it is South African Late News. What you just heard there, it is the argument that occurred last week, stemming from the statement by Brigadier Gininda when he initially came to court and testified and said the police got a breakthrough as a result of Absalom Zongo. That's what got all this argument in court. Now, when Absalom Zungu was testifying in court, Urata was angry. You could see that he was not happy with the evidence of Absalom Zungu because the evidence of Absalom Zungu exposes the state. It exposes the corruption of the police. Absalom Zungu even told the court ukuthi inkantolo nayo corrupt, ihlangana noGininda, meaning that the court is corrupt in collusion with Brigadier Gininda. And Urata was very angry with that and he said, hey boo, what are you saying? I was saying, am I corrupt? We should treat Martin Kandol. But Babu Zungu had to just apologize just to cool off this old judge because Absalom Zungu is much smarter and he just became a bigger man in the room. So that apology was not a real apology. It was just to cool off Urata because wombona uthi igala lakhe belixapha ubehlanye. As soon as he won Absalom Zungu, he got mad. He even said, Urata, Eti, in this court now we have this lawyer speaking, lecturing the state, lecturing the court on how to do its duties, meaning that Absalom Zungu ukade esewumeli etshela inkantolo ukuthi ayisebenze kanjani. Nabona Urata akuthandanga lokho. But I'm very happy that in the end, Urata has met his match. Uzungu showed him off. Uzungu told him ukuthi le nkantolo is corrupt. Something that I've been saying for quite a long time. And I'm glad that one brave witness came to court and said it in his face. As South African, we watch this case every day and we see the corruption that is going on, but nothing is being done. Urata allows ubaloyi ukuthi akhulume uninterrupted, but whereas umnisi or umshololo iqala ukukhuluma okunye lokho, but asikho lapho. So Absalom Zungu wrapped up his evidence in court and she's done now. Then on Monday or Tuesday, I think Tuesday, yeah, a new witness will come in defense of of one of the accused. A woman said it will witness XX, and he referred to the witness as she, which means it's likely a woman. So I'm not sure who's coming. Maybe Umbali, Kasbia, or Angazuba. But I'm hoping that kuzoba witness a good. But let's just go back to the testimony of Absol Mzungu. Absol Mzungu umtshele emehlweni wathi inkantolo ingenaphi ukuthi isingisi ngiyasazi or angisazi. There was another main point that just showed that Uzungu akamsabi ulo urat. At some stage ulo urat uthe, I'm sure ukuthi lo baba can understand English, and then Rasa asked through a translator, and then bamtranslate like awuzungu aphendula angrily ebuza ukuthi isingisi uyasazi wathi singenaphi isingisi la singenaphi. Really speaking, isingisi singenaphi la, because we're in court here, there's a translator here. So what was the point of asking ukuthi uzungu uyasazi isingisi or not? Plus this ukuthi isingisi uyasazi or akasazi will not solve the death of Senzomiyo. So Urata is focusing on issues that are not really important in this case. But I'm glad Absol Mzungu showed him off. So Absol Mzungu is a key witness for its defense in the Muir trial. He testified and then distanced himself from the police statement, which alleged that he provided an initial breakthrough in the case against 5 men. Kumbula ukininda wethe bathola a breakthrough in this case because uBaba Zungu wakhuluma, but uBaba Zungu akuphika lokho. So the core of Uzungu's testimony revolved around the statement which police claim he made in November 2019, which implicated some of the accused, namely Untanzi, Kanye Nosbiya. However, Uzungu told the court that he did not provide any statement or any information. So the Ukininda that is got is something that is fabricated by the police, including his son that was working with Kininda. We know by now what Constable Zungu asked his father to come to court and lie so that he can benefit. Constable Zungu, he said if he testified in court, he was going to benefit because he was going to get a promotion within the SAPS. That is the evidence before court. So Absol Mzungu said if he dies or if something happens to him, people must know what Brigadier Kininda and his son are involved. So how does Constable Zungu feels after hearing baba wakhe ekhuluma enkantolo kanje? Uzizwa kanjani? I'm sure Constable Zungu deep in his heart knows that into ayenzile wrong. It's wrong to involve his father in the lies of Brigadier Kininda in the state. He was wrong. Wherever Constable Zungu is, I'm sure he's feeling guilty now because he has been exposed. He only gave evidence in court because he wanted a promotion within the SAPS. So Absol Mzungu accused Kininda and Constable Zungu of lying under oath and putting his life in danger. He also accused his son of doing anything to get a promotion. As I've said, Constable Zungu wathi ufakazi nenkantolo ukuze athole promotion, which is sad to use your father to get ahead in life. Engabi ngane njani leyo. Absol Mzungu said he was shocked when he watched Brigadier Kininda lie in court about him giving a statement. Absol Mzungu told the court ukuthi now he lives in fear after Kininda gave false evidence as Usibiya is his neighbor in Ulundi, while Ntanzi is isihlobo sakhe ohlala away or some kilometers away in Nongoma. But he made it clear that nothing about the case as the case. So he also said he feels that Kininda and his son should have not testified before him. Why so? Because he believes if the breakthrough was obtained via his statement, then he should have been one of the first witnesses that he had to come to court and give evidence, which in some ways I feel he's right, because Gininda made sure that he led that statement by Constable Absalom Zungu. Uratamanje is saying that the statement is hearsay evidence, but he allowed Brigadier Gininda to lead that statement. So now, why did Tatarata allow that statement in the first place if he knew it is hearsay evidence? So this judge doesn't know what he intends. He always tells us he's got 50 years experience in the legal field. But Leo experience because he keeps on making mistakes. He confuses accused number 4 and 5 against who is who. So which makes me suspect when he's making judgment, he's gonna confuse the evidence and convict a wrong man, because he's not following this case thoroughly. But anyway, I equal up. Then Absalom Zungu also denied what he ever signed that statement. Absalom Zungu was shown that signature in court by Advocate Mnisi, and he denied his signature. He said if the court wanted to see his signature, then the court must contact his employer, the mine where he worked. Then they'll see his own signatures and see if it's a match. But I doubt Baloyi will ever do that. Why is Baloyi not calling the handwriting expert to verify the signature Babu Absalom Zungu? Baloyi will not call a handwriting expert because he knows that signature of Babu Zungu was fabricated by the police. So if you believe the state will try and call an expert handwriting, they know Absalom Zungu did not sign that statement. It's part of the cooking that was mentioned by Advocate Ngomezulu. So now, where to from here? Well, the next witness will come now. As Umnis has said, it's a she. So I'm waiting with anticipation to hear what Uban lawyer, because there are many players in this case. I was hoping that Mina Mdozolandelo Ubani, Warrant Officer Makubo, because he is the one that opened Utoget 75. He knows this case inside and out. If he comes, he's going to debunk all the lies that were provided by Ubani, Brigadier Gininda, and Baloyi. But the sequence of witnesses matters not that much as long as they all come. So I'm hoping that Kotaulo Makubo will come, because he is the police officer. Lea Vulabani Utoket 75. So now we ask, okay, what was the reason to open the docket? But when he testified during the trial, within the trial, he said the police differed in the manner in which the case was being investigated. He said he believed that the people that were in the house lied about the death of Senzomeyiwa, Baloyi Makubo. He said people that were in the house lied and tried to cover up for someone that was in the house. And I suspect Baloyi Ulongotwala based on statement Sigabani Mlungu Hlope. Remember that Mlungu Hlope said in his statement he was phoned by Tumelo Madlala after Senzo was shot. Tumelo Madlala then told him Senzo has been shot. That was Tumelo Madlala telling Mlungu Hlope. So that is a statement that is in a docket which Makubo was referring to. And we know that statement was missing for some years because apparently or allegedly it was stolen from the docket by Brigadier Gininda. Then the defense only got it late last year after Fisomeyiwa made noise in the media about it. So Gininda and Baloyi said no, as a statement, because this was cut. But anyway, yes, in the statement, Tumelo Madlala said Senzo was shot by Ulongotwala allegedly. He said how it happened, Uzandi and her boyfriend Ulongotwala were fighting over something. Then Senzo tried to separate them, but unfortunately the gun went off, and then Senzo was shot, and unfortunately he lost his life. That's how Senzo was allegedly killed. So Umakubo knows that because he also did what we call a crime scene reconstruction. So the story that was told by Uzandi, Umtozisi, and the police as well, which was shot in the chest while he was fighting the intruders. We know for a fact. How so? Because the DNA evidence that was brought to court said all men that are before court, their sample was taken and tested against the sample from the house, and their DNA did not match, meaning that all 5 men were not in the house when Senzo was shot. So we know that part which so okay, Makubo will explain what when he did what he calls a crime reconstruction, what factors he took into account, what evidence else he collected, and then he'll tell the court because he knows this case inside out, and that evidence will directly discredit evidence Kaplakatia Kininda because Kininda says a lot of stuff but very little evidence. Siyazi Kininda relies mostly on what? That disputed confessions of which by now we know which the confessions was obtained illegally because Bontas and Sbia were tortured and chewed with a plastic bag. So we know how that confession came about. So this is the only evidence that Kininda is relying on, because even the gun that they alleges that it shot Senzomenyiwa, we know for a fact that they did not find the bullet jacket on the day Senzo was shot. They found the bullet jacket on the following day. How come they found the bullets on the following day? Clearly that bullet was planted in the crime scene. If the bullet was there in the first place, they would have found it on Sunday, the day Senzo was shot, because plenty of police officers were in the house. They searched and found no bullet or bullet jacket or any projectile. So we are about on the following day they found it. So someone came with it and planted that bullet jacket there in the crime scene so that they can implicate someone else other than people that were in the house. So we know that in Tlavulia, it's not the same bullet that shot Senzo. So was law for the fact because I'm a witness that were in the house. They said Senzo was shot with a gun that had a will. But Kininda is saying it's a 9mm. But a gun with a will, it is either a 38 special or a 22. So a 9mm that is in court, it's not the mere weapon. It's not the gun that shot Senzomenyiwa. So now they are just using their gun in order to implicate Ukadla Mncube. So she was low. So since Kininda has no evidence, he relies mostly on that confession. But we know what the confession of Ntanzi and Sbia will not work against Gadla, Mapisa and Tuli, because legally speaking, a confession can only be used against the confessor or the person that made the confession. So if Rata was a fair judge in the end, he would say, no, in this case, the state failed to prove its case beyond reasonable doubt because, one, there are contradictions when it comes to the gun. The state did not show which gun was used. Secondly, the eyewitness in the house could not identify the first intruder and the second intruder, which is allegedly Ntanzi and Gadla. The people that in the house could not identify them during the parade. So if people in the house are not sure about who the shooter, then we can't convict these guys. Then thirdly, the telephone records of Gadla Mncube says when Senzo was shot at about past 7 to 8 p.m., Gadla Mncube's cell phone pinged in Johannesburg CBD, meaning that Mncube was not at Vosloorus. If he's in Johannesburg CBD, then he can't be in Vosloorus because he can't be in two places at once. So Gadla Mncube therefore cannot be a shooter. So that's a third factor that may cause some doubt in Rata's mind if he was a fair judge. So you see in this case, there are many contradictions that should lead to the acquittal of these men before court. But as you saw during the testimony of Absalom Zungu, Ratha gets very irritated whenever the defense provides something that is very valid. He quickly closes down the defense witnesses so that to protect Baloyi. So I guess Ratha is just a biased judge. But again, what can we say? Because it is the judge that we've got. So if Ratha finds these guys guilty, I still have faith that the Supreme Court of Appeal in Bloemfontein will acquit these guys because they are clearly innocent. That is my only hope now. It's the appeal, because this judge, I have no faith. You could see when Absalom Zungu was testifying, the judge was angry. He's saying, no. The evidence of Babu Zungu is not relevant because of this and that. Absalom Zungu's evidence, it is relevant because it debunks the lies by Kininda Yoguti. The case got a breakthrough his statement, which led to the arrest of accused number 1 and 2. That was Kininda's main evidence. But now Ratha says, no, the statement by Absalom Zungu is irrelevant, blah, 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 blah. This judge is biased. He is beyond bias now. What can I say? But anyway, the defense will bring in their third witness in defense of Mosibiya and the rest of the guys. And I'm hopeful that they're going to bring some evidence that will help during the appeal stage in the Supreme Court of Appeal. But anyway, thank you for watching.